by the power of Grayskull.
Hello, this is just a quick review for Viewfinder. It's on the PlayStation Store at the moment, and it's quite a unique game. I've never played a game like this before. You haven't got very many buttons, but the basic it's a very artistic game, and it fucks with perspective. So it's like a puzzle game. So there, you see, you can flip and rotate it as well if you need to, but you can just create. You pick up the photograph because there's a photograph in every room. You pick it up, and then you place the photograph, and then it becomes the way to go. So I'm trying to collect some batteries to power up the next teleportation device, so I can go to the next level. And like I said, in the level there's a photograph, and it's like that's the photograph that you need to use to help you get out of the situation that you're in. And you see how the battery, you need two batteries. I've got two on there already, but just to emphasize the problem, I think I've done it again. There's a battery over there on the left. So you can use the photograph to replicate things that you need, you see. So if I did need three batteries there, and then you just go to the teleportation device and it takes you to the next level. So you walk over, you pick up the photograph, and then you have a look to see where it might go, because that's the teleportation device in that in the picture. So you want to just be able to set it up somewhere. I thought you had to line it up with another arch, but you don't. You can just put it anywhere you want. And as you see, look, I need some batteries to power this, the next one. So I'm just looking around. You have a look at this photograph. It's like some palm trees, and there's a battery there. So wherever you put it, you can then go and get the battery and bring it back. But you've got to be careful not to place the photograph over something that you might want to use or somewhere that you might want to be. And also, if it's like a closed off room, you can use a photograph to like infiltrate the corner of the room. So then you've got access to the room that's inside, if you know what I mean. Like there's a room without a door, but then you can use the photograph to gain access to inaccessible areas of the map, which is a good idea. It's like I said, it's very creative. I've never ever seen a game like this. There's a couple of games like Echo Chrome and games like that where it plays with perspective, and it's the same similar type of premise. But I just like the idea of being able to create your own landscape with the pictures. Like this one's funny. You've got the photograph of that photograph that I've just used. So now I'm using this photograph to get closer and closer to the transportation device. But then I've crashed the system, because I've used it too much. And then this is like a little part of the game where you come out of the simulator, you've got to reboot the power and then go back into the simulator. But like I said, it's a very imaginative idea. I mean, it's such a clever concept and such a simple concept at the same time. It's great. This is what it means to have like an original game. Not many people have original thoughts. They'll just copy and paste a lot of things from different games. Like the classic example I always use is, have you ever played a game where you've got to go through a tight space and he turns to the side and he like shuffles through the tight space and maybe jumps over a pipe or ducks under something while they're shuffling, and it just takes you into the next room? Since I think it was Tomb Raider might have been the first game to use that, or then after that it's in every other game. Assassin's Creed, Star Wars, Outlaws, you name it, it's in the game. So that's what I mean, like nobody ever brings original thought to the games anymore. It's always just a fact of, let's just reuse the game mechanics from previous games. and then you can, it's an easy way to beef up a game and make it full of content. But then you get to a point where you're sick of having the same content over and over again. Like I said, they're not bringing anything new to the table, whereas this game, they actually are. By using this concept, it's, like I said, it's very clever. It gives you such a new angle on puzzles, and it's just such a clever game. I really like it for that. And like I said, it's free to download this month on the PlayStation Plus, so you may as well go and download it and have a go. But as you progress through the levels, it's like it starts changing up the type of thing you have to do. It's not all just photographs. Sometimes you have to just line up certain parts of the scenery that make a doorway, and then you can walk through that doorway. But like this is like showcasing the different art styles that the computer developer has made. I love this, how you just step into the picture. It's such a clever idea. It's one of those games where it hasn't used a lot of graphic, power, but you still get amazing gameplay. And I always say that, like, gameplay is much more important than graphics. It's nice to have good graphics, but if the gameplay is not there, then the graphics are wasted. So it's better to have really good gameplay and then use the rest of the memory for graphics. Get it all down before you finalize the game. But like I say, I mean, look at this. I don't know if you can hear, but like just walking on the paper makes a noise, and like the textures and the crayon drawing and everything. It's like I said, it's so like imaginative. It's great. This is my favorite bit, because I used to play games like this when I was younger on the PC. Like this kind of graphics. Do you see the pixels, how they're moving? It's like terrible. The frame rate is absolutely horrendous, but that's what made the games good, because back in the day, early 90s, late 90s, early 2000s, like this was considered amazing graphics on games like this. But I think they're just showcasing the different types of animation, the different types of level design that they can do within this game. It's such an open-ended game, because like I said, you could have a photograph of anything really, and as long as you've got that photograph, you can then transform it into a level that needs to be played. It's like such a really simple idea, but I think it's great. Like I said, I don't normally play games like this. These kind of puzzle games aren't really for me. I just haven't got the patience. If I can't figure it out immediately, then I just get frustrated. I get bored of just walking around looking at the same thing all the time. It just does your head in. But I think it's a brilliant game to actually have, especially for free. I mean, you can't complain if it's for free. Oh yeah, I forgot. You can rewind time anytime you want. So if you do make a mistake and use up a photograph, then you can obviously rewind time as much as you want. And also sometimes on the level there's a photocopier, so you can photocopy your photographs that you find, so then you've got multiples of the same photograph, which is another clever idea. I was just trying to get across there without having to actually do the puzzle, but obviously it's not going to be able, you're not even going to be able to do it, are you? So, but this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. Like if I don't know what to do, I get bored. I mean, I turned it off shortly after this. But I like the game. I like the way it looks. The graphics are fine for what it is. And like you've just seen, all the different types of animation style, the cartoon style, the pixely castle one, you know what I mean? They've got the ability, so I'm sure later levels are going to be more than just what you can see here. And it's got to be lots of different ideas and perspectives on things. I think it took us a while to suss out what to do on this bit. I think this is what I was talking about before, where you've got to line up a bit of the scenery there. Like I noticed the painting on the wall. Well, I haven't noticed it yet. But there, do you see how the door you've got to line up, and then once you've lined that up, it then becomes a doorway. You know what I mean? It's such a clever idea, but this is what I was talking about at the beginning. The photographs then move into mosaics like this, so that you've got to line up. But if you like the idea of it, you like the look of it, you like puzzle games, you've got nothing to lose, you may as well go and download it. It's free this month, so you've got a long time to get it. So that's it. Just go and get it if you like puzzle games. See you later.